Ndị be anyị ekeleni m unu n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị sị na ya dịrị ndị Igbo na mma. Dịka o si dị, ihe a bụ Igbo Media ka anyị si wee na-ewetara unu ya bụ nnukwu ozi dị oke mkpa gbasara maka ana Igbo and Igbo community and ihe debe na Nigeria. Ya bụ ife ka anyị na-ewetara unu na Igbo Media. Dịka isi wee na-esonye anyị, ọ bụ na nke a bụ ụbọchị izizi gị ị na-abịa n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo Media, Ekpa ka you subscribe and turn on your notification ka ị lapụ miss any of our update dịka anyị na-etikwu ya n'ilu akwụkwọ kwa mgbe. Dịka o si dị, o nwere ya wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa gbasara maka ka ya bụ ife si ada and gbasara maka ka ya bụ ife si akpọtụ n'ala Igbo. Biko mma achọ ka ige ya bụ ife. Ihe bụ ihe BIAFRA Chief of Staff bụ Ngozi Orabueze kwuru n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasara maka ka o si ada na Finland and gbasara maka Biafran Prime Minister Maazị Simon Ekpa. So igecha ya bụ ife idropụra ife iche n'ilu akwụkwọ gbasara maka ihe bụ ife ndị a niile okwu. Alright, over to you.
Go and ask them and they will tell you the result. It's just for you, Biafrans, and the world to imagine what the Prime Minister is going through in the hand of these criminals. That's what I am saying. They stress him, they cajole him, they manipulate him. They come with all forms of destruction to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is fully aware of all this criminality. He was aware. But God has a way of doing things. God knows that the Prime Minister, these criminals, they've entangled him. So God let us, the USB cabinet members, do this final job to remove these criminals from Biafra. Because with them, Biafra will be a long haul. They are used by the Southeast and South governors, Tinubu and Christopher Musa, to disrupt what we are doing. We can never move the pace we've moved in Biafra restoration. That is why they are out for good. When these criminals tells you that the Prime Minister tells them what they do, the Prime Minister that is being held by Finland, incarcerated by Finland, and somebody will come and tell you, oh, they get their authorization from the Prime Minister who is incarcerated. All of you tell me how NNAMDI, who is incarcerated by the Nigerian state, can be able to give the right judgment, because he is in the hand of the criminal state of Nigeria, just like our Prime Minister is in the hand of the criminal state of Finland. Any fool telling you, oh, they get their instruction from Prime Minister while he is incarcerated, and you, a Biafran, believe that stupidity, that means you are not learning from history. Prime Minister does not tell them anything. These are criminals.
Exactly.
Using the condition of our Prime Minister to destroy
to scam
what we are doing, but they failed. Prime Minister is not telling them anything. Their criminality paid by the Nigerian government is what they are unleashing on unsuspecting Biafra, not those that have been following NNAMDI and following the Prime Minister. As all of you are aware, our currency have been registered internationally. Our defense is very, very strong. We just need the funds. We need the funds to give them what they want. All of you that are talking with your state chairperson, your state governors, your state administrators, your state commanders, I strongly believe what all of you are hearing from them is, we need the funds. We need the money for them to get the tools they need. They need the money to fight the reintegrated terrorists that are coming in. Biafrans, they recognize those people who are fighting for their freedom. trying to remove themselves from terrorists that call themselves leaders. We truly appreciate, we recognize, we honor the independence of the United States of America. One of the best countries in the world that promotes true democracy, freedom, as long as you do it the right way. We honor that freedom that makes them one of the greatest countries in the world. There are no two ways about that. Regardless of your opinion, regardless of your thinking, regardless of your belief, America remains one of the most democratic, one of the best, one of the most beautiful countries in the world for anyone to reside in. There are no two ways about that. This freedom that America had it didn't come easy. It came from years of people who were formerly in Europe to recognize the subjugation, the taxation, the illegality that was placed by Britain to individuals. And that was what made some people to decide, you know what, enough of this. We want to form our own country. We want to have our own freedom, where nobody is going to tax us just anyhow, where we have the freedom to be who we are, where we have the freedom to be the nation that we want to be. And they left, they moved to this nation called the United States of America. Even when they got everything, they still fought a brutal war between the North and South America. So when you hear the stories of how nations in the world develop and how Biafra is developing, you will relate yourself, you will relate the story and familiarize yourself with how countries, best countries in the world are formed. They are formed when the people in a particular nation felt that the way they are governed, the rules being imposed on them, does not promote humanity, does not promote freedom. They will decide to leave. That is why every 4th of July, we remember, we honor the independence of the United States of America, one of the greatest countries. Actually, the greatest country in the world. Because when you got America, you got the world. And that is why most of us, some of us that have been in the United States of America, we learn from the country. We learn so much from the system. We learn what freedom is about. We learn what human right means. We learn what respect to the freedom of association without being killed. When you converge with your community, somebody does not send armed terrorists to kill people, just like Soludo did last week. When he sent armed Fulani governor of the old Anambra state that was part of Nigeria, Soludo sent his criminal terrorists to go and murder 11 community meeting. And Soludo sent his armed terrorists supporting Ebonyi citizens that were in a community meeting. Christopher Musa has not said one word about the murder of these innocent indigenous Biafrans where they were meeting. None of them have said anything. Biako, no, who came from that region, she has not said one word about the loss about the murder, the killing of these innocent people. The only people talking about that are the United States of Biafran people and the citizens. It is very, very sad. That is why the world is justifying the exit of Biafra from Nigeria. We cannot be a part of a country that gets orders from individuals whose their power is what we gave them. The gun they have is what we gave them. The ammunition the NNAMDI state people gave him. But instead of using that to fight for land, taking over our land, burning our homes, killing our people, instead of Soludo to use those guns, I tell you, without the gun, I will bring you down. It is a promise. Without a gun, Dr. Robertson, will bring you down. Because what you're doing is evil. What you're doing cannot be tolerated by any right-thinking leader in the world. They don't support you. That is why Nigeria is already a failed state. It's just going down by the seconds. And I want you Biafrans to be able to recognize the criminals planted by the Nigerian state. Whenever they rear their ugly head, put them where they belong. So I thank you, Biafrans, for coming today. Again, I have to start with this Ebonyi killings, killing of innocent indigenes that just came together to have a meeting, a community meeting. Freedom of association is a basic human right that Nigeria signed for. To be a member of the United Nations, to be a member of the African Union, to be a member of the Commonwealth. Nigeria signed those charter, basic human rights, freedom of association. That was exactly what those individuals, they came together to meet as a community. And Tinubu and Christopher Musa and Soludo sent their armed terrorists to go and murder all of them, kill them. They were unarmed. They have no gun. But all of you saw on social media, we are almost 10 to 11 lives. We are lost. For nothing. And those of you supporting one Nigeria, you need to ask Christopher Musa and Tinubu, what was the crime of these innocent 10 or 11 indigenes of Biafra that was murdered? What did they do? Did the police arrest them? Did you take them to court? Did they go through the normal process of the law? Because Nigeria, you signed all this charter where somebody is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Did that charter you signed, did these 11 people that Tinubu murdered, did they go through that process? Saludo, this is opportunity. That is to tell the world what Tinubu and Christopher Musa and Bianco is doing every day inside Nigeria. Killing unarmed, innocent people, flying all over the world to lie to world leaders. That is what they do. If you are a world leader and you have a again, we thank our leader NNAMDI Kanu. We know that recently, last week or this week, our leader, because Nigeria state has planned, went to Kenya, kidnapped our leader NNAMDI Kanu, bundled him to Nigeria, locked him up. Why? Because to destroy the government, just as they are destroying Finland. The failed state of Nigeria, nobody can stop that.
Ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne ka unu si wee na n'ilu akwụkwọ na Igbo Media bebe si wee wetara onye bụ ozi gịnị ka iwere gbasara maka ihe ndị a niile anyị wetara n'ụbọchị nke taa? Kapara ketụsa ya bụ ozi ka ọ rute ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ n'ebe dị iche iche ntị, maka ọ sị ọ nụrụ sị ma gịnị ya kara nwanne ya. Ngwanụ ka emesịa na ụmụnne m.